This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports and Chaco. And we're delighted to be joined once again with the takeover, Stephen Cairns. How are you, mate?
How you keeping? I'm good, yeah, you?
Things are fantastic. I think I was sort of saying to you before we started, the last time we spoke was the 12th of June. It's scary how time flies. You know, there's just short of 6 months since we last spoke, and I guess more than anything, you've kept yourself busy. You probably have struggled to get probably as many fights as you wanted to get. But obviously you were back out in action 2 weeks ago in Germany. First stoppage as a pro, does it? And I guess the sort of thing is you have a knockout as well, so it's wee things to share online and help publicity of you as well.
Yeah, definitely. It was great to get the first KO out of the way. There's plenty more to come, but yeah, it was good to go in there. Obviously, having my own my friends and family there as well this time was a big plus. Having them scream for me every time I hit your man and all that just gave me that extra bit of percentage I needed to go out and get that KO.
And I know obviously with your debut against Rafael Castillo, he was obviously he's a tough nut to crack, as it was sort of highlighted on before, but you'd sort of done a number on him as well. I know Connor Slater had said he was really, really impressed. He was actually surprised at how well you worked him. I guess being a pro sometimes and being young and eager, it's always one of them you want in your first knockout, and obviously the longer sometimes it takes, you're going, when's it coming? Is it good when you get out of the way that early because you know you've more confidence in the power you have?
Yeah, I always had the confidence in my power because of being in the gym sparring and all that, and previous fights in the amateurs. But it was the first fight was good to get the rounds in because it was a different atmosphere, fight with no headgear, no vest, smaller gloves. It was a different atmosphere, so I liked going to 4 rounds that time. My second fight, finishing in a minute and a half, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit pissed off, a bit disappointed, but what can you do in it?
It's one of them. You can only do what you can do, and if an opponent's not up, they obviously staying on. I guess it's a compliment to you, but particularly because you haven't been able to get fights, sometimes the rounds are the important part. But probably more than anything, you've been in Dave Coldwell's gym quite a lot recently. Obviously, I know who you have been sort of sparring, but tell us who you've been sparring, obviously, so that people can know who you've been sharing rounds with and what that's been doing for you settling in as a pro.
Yeah. So first off, we have Sultan Zuarbek, which is a hard-hitting Kazakh. I think he's ranked number 10 in the world at the moment. We have Jordan Gill, who's fighting for a European title soon. We have Hopey Price, former Olympic champion. I think he's like 6-0 now as a pro. And so we're getting in good rounds here in the gym regularly, in-house sparring. What more can you ask for?
And them guys are around your weight as well. I know Sultan Zuarbek's a WBO European champion. I think him and Hopey are both around super feather. Is that correct?
Sultan's super feather and Hopey is super bantamweight.
But Hopey in himself, he's probably like a super featherweight because he's up tall and rangy as well. So it adds something different to the sparring.
He'll probably grow into it further down the line.
Definitely is, and obviously you're 5'10", I think yourself. So it's not like you're a small super featherweight. You'll probably grow into super featherweight and then move up. Or potentially.
I'm 6 foot with Alexander McQueen's on.
6 foot, but what? Do you wear them into the ring?
Huh?
Did you wear them into the ring?
No, I can't be wearing them into the ring, but walking around the place, I give myself 6 foot.
You're copying Vlad style, and Vlad likes wearing high heels into the ring. You know what he's fighting. But obviously, been out in Germany fighting Szilveszer Aytai. I guess it was good for you in a way to be obviously in a different country, having fans and stuff there. Vlad was obviously supposed to fight as well, and it was actually telling me a funny story that his opponent actually got arrested the day before the fight. But he used
Boxing's
that.
mad, isn't it?
It is. It's crazy, and I think it was over a fine or something like that, which he was going to get paid for the fight. So it's like, wait 24 hours. It's nearly like remember the Jean-Claude Van Damme film? Was it Bloodsport or something like that, where he's on the run and they end up watching his fights and things like that. It was sort of reminded that, going, stay and watch the fights. I'll give you the money afterwards.
Yeah.
But Vlad obviously used Germany to a good advantage. He called somebody out. I think he's accepted the fight as well. So
I think his name is Timo Rost. I think his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we might be taking a trip back over to Dusseldorf to put your man in his place.
Definitely, and obviously it's good, I guess, when you can have Big Brother Vlad there. I know you actually called him out the other day as well. Like, was he messaging you afterwards to say, "What are you doing, calling me out"?
Yeah, he was texting me. He was a bit he wasn't happy with me, like, but I'm sure we'll see each other back in the gym in Cork and we'll sort it out.
Definitely, plan from the boys. I guess with the matchups that we sort of we put out the other day about what fights people would like to see in 2022, we obviously had a bit of back and forth going, what's going on? Everybody was matching you up with Danny Cairns. He's a super welterweight. People seem to think that you fight at a bigger weight class than you're at. You're a super featherweight at 130, but people were matching you up against people who was welterweights and super welterweights. I guess that's a compliment, sort of, in a way. They just want to see you fighting guys at bigger weights.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Obviously, I must look big for my weight, innit?
Definitely, isn't it? It only adds to fuel the fire for years to come as well.
Yeah.
You're still not under a promotional contract, I believe. So I guess you've been in around other fighters with Dave who are signed with the Zone and everything else. I guess it's only putting yourself in the shop window more for people to see you and go, who's he signed with? Is that the whole idea now? Is the market yourself and portray yourself in a way that gets one of the big promoters to sign you up?
Yeah, I suppose being over here in the gym is obviously putting more eyes on me. But I'm only 19 years old. I have lots of time left in this game. And I think Dave Cole will manage me right, and he will make the right moves at the right times.
Would you sort of like to go under the radar a bit in terms of, we probably see obviously other fighters, obviously Ricky Hatton's son is sort of come into pro boxing, and he's, because people's comparing him to Ricky, he's getting slated in his boxing, because they're expecting to see a mini Ricky Hatton, which you're not going to see very very early on in pro boxing, but that extra pressure's added to him. Whereas if you're not under promotional tie, you can sort of go here and there in different shows and learn your craft before you then sign a promotional contract.
Yeah, that's it. The doors are open. Like for the last Conlan show, I got a call on the Tuesday asking would I be available to fight on the card on Friday, and the week after I was meant to be fighting on the German show. But Dave rang me. I was just after coming out of like the weights gym, and Dave rang me going, "Look, we need to act fast here. Do you think you'll be ready for Friday?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I goes, "Let me check my weight, see where we are." I went, checked my weight. Weight was good. I was like, "Yeah, let's go for it." But I think they only had till, was it Wednesday at 4 p.m. to find an opponent, and they couldn't find anyone, so that was called off. But like that, I can get a call on the Monday to say, "Can you fight on the Saturday?" So there's a lot more opportunities out there, and my time will come.
Definitely, it's obviously be great to open yourself up. Probably in Irish boxing, probably Belfast is the heart and the hub of it all, and getting to be on a Conlan show, depending obviously where you were in the card, you could have been aired all around the world, you know, on ESPN and stuff like that as well. And I guess it's bridging.
I'm hoping for the next show I get a call with a bit more notice, because we'll have busloads of Irish fans from Cork travelling up for that fight.
I'll have to mention that one to Jamie. I'll have to say, make sure you've Stephen Cairns down for. I think they're looking at the next show now, potentially in February.
Okay.
So obviously that's something to look forward to.
That suits me.
Suits you perfect. Fantastic. We'll make the call to Jamie and get it sorted. I guess, you know, you'd sort of said previously you'd like to fight every week if possible. I guess the good thing, the bad thing with COVID is it's not possible to get fights every week, and even if you were to get a fight at the moment, it's finding opponents. You know, it's nearly down to the last sort of moments to find opponents at the moment. How are you finding that? Are you finding that it just you can put more time into your training in the gym when you're not getting a fight? Is it sort of changing your outlook on boxing, or are you just going, everybody's in the same boat?
Well, as you said there, everyone's in the same boat at the moment. The good thing that I have on my side is age. I'm only 19. I have lots of time. I don't need to be rushing anything. It's not like I'm 26, 27 and I need to fight. It's not like that. I have lots of time to progress and grow into professional boxing. So I'm just taking my time. I'm over here in the gym, learning every day. This is where I'm going to gain the valuable experience for fight nights. And
hopefully, fingers crossed, if COVID does disappear, you're hoping, I'm guessing, they have a very active 2022.
Yeah, I'm hoping for, again, 4 or 5 fights, but we'll see what happens.
It's one of them things. It's just a bit of luck on your side sometimes to get a fight very early on, and then more. If COVID does disappear, more shows and more opportunities will be there. I'm sure you're probably aiming for 4 or 5 at the minimum.
Yeah, definitely 4 or 5 fights. Hopefully by next year, 6, 7 and 0, be coming along nicely.
Definitely, and at 20 years age as well too, you can ask for a better start and been well prepared, and probably getting to the next stage of 8 and 10 rounders, and maybe looking at title fights in some shape or form.
I'm already pushed on now to 6 rounders. In the gym here, I'm sparring 8 and 10 rounds, so there won't be a problem when I step up to the 8 and 10 rounds.
Definitely will. But look, obviously, we'll thank you very much for your time. Obviously, it's good to get a catch up, and hopefully we'll not leave it as long the next time. You know, it's 5 months down the line, but hopefully the next time we're speaking, we can hopefully have a few fights more under the belt and building the takeover name even more.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for having me on. Yeah.
No problem, Stephen. I'm sure we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon.
All right. Cheers. Take care. Thanks. Bye bye.